About 4 years ago, I predicted that the Democrats would replace Joe Biden because of dementia. I was incorrect. However, that dementia has grown pretty tremendously to the point where it's obvious to everybody, I would say.
I have a lot of questions. I better not start the questions. I'll get in trouble.
What's your message?
So the question that I have for you guys is, who is going to be the Democrat nominee? I know a lot of political pundits are stating that for sure it's going to be old Joe. I say there's almost a 0% chance of that. People associate the Biden name today not only to dementia, but to migrants crossing over the border in masses, being given welfare, being sent all over the nation, allowed to board aircraft without an ID. But back to the nominee, I just don't think that America is that dumb that they're going to elect this man that's given us inflation and everything else that I just mentioned, including all the wars, again. The association to the Biden name has been utterly tarnished. In addition to the fact that people know that he's a vegetable. And it's not going to be Kamala Harris.
And talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time in terms of what we need to do to lay these wires, what we need to do to create these jobs. And there is such great significance to the passage of time.
I don't care what they say. The problem for the Democrats is they are facing a literal existential crisis this election because of all the lawfare that they have done, not only to President Trump, but to his supporters, how they have attempted to suppress free speech and literally imprison Douglas Mackey, aka Ricky Vaughn, for making a joke about voting for text for Hillary, which took place in 2016. They put him in jail years later. This is an existential crisis because the Democrats are going to be prosecuted by lawfare because they began it, and you have to reestablish mutually assured destruction. It's an existential crisis for them once again. They lose, they're going to jail, many of them. And like I said, I don't mind it. So I don't believe that Dementia Joe is going to be the candidate that the Democrats put forth in the general election. My money is on Gavin Newsom, the slick talking, ultra lying, COVID mongering asshole who went to the French Laundry while everybody was shut down en masse, tried to deny it, that gets his buddy at Panera Bread a deal that they are not responsible for paying minimum wage of $20 an hour for the other fast food joints that they concocted. This is the man that bowled over a Chinese boy playing basketball, trying to impress the world with his skills, is going to be the Democrat, slick-haired, oily-ass nominee. I don't think it's going to be Michelle Obama. Gavin Newsom has been grooming himself by meeting with President Xi and cleaning up San Francisco streets, only to let them go back to the festering mess shithole once again after Xi departed the United States of America. He met with a world leader. Tell me who's going to be the nominee. It's Gavin Newsom. And if it's old Joe, believe it or not, I will be very pleased. Because if old Joe wins, in air quotes, we will know for absolute certainty how corrupted the United States of America has become, and the fact that the elections are untrustworthy and that they can put this dementia patient up there and that nobody cares or notices. And that, my friends, is the end of America as we know it, our faith in the institutions. It might lead to civil war. America, my friends, is not in good shape right now, unfortunately. And thus, in order to pretend that it's less sickly than it truly is, they're replacing Dementia Joe.